it's Maren here from Melon and Maren. Today we're coming to you from the beautiful woods that I'm lucky enough to have not too far away from our house. And today I thought we'd actually look at some of the things that you can just find in the woods for free that you can use to make crafts for your home. Obviously, any woods, you do need to make sure what you can and can't take from them. Well, if we just have a look at what we've got today, these are just some of the things that I've found. So, I mean, obviously sticks in the woods, can't find the wood for the trees, lots and lots of sticks are really useful. So one thing you can do for those is make these lovely little rustic stars that make beautiful decor for your house. And I'll be showing you how to make those a little bit later. The trick is to finding the sticks that are relatively straight, and if you're making quite a bit out of several sticks, then you need to find ones that are all about the same thickness. So that's what I've done, they're all roughly the same thickness. Depending on what the woods are and what time of year, some of the other things you can find are all different sorts of pine cones, and they have so many uses, so whenever you're out and about, always pick up pine cones. In other parts of the woods, some things I've been able to find as well are these teasels. So I've got a lovely idea to pop these in a vase in my new spa room, and I'll show you what I'm going to be making for those. And if you are lucky enough to have somewhere where you can find some pampas grass, these are always fantastic, and you do see these everywhere at the moment. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to collect a few more of these, and let's see what lovely things we can make for the decor. Now we're back home, it's time to have a look at some of the things that we've collected and what we can actually do with them. So we're going to be looking at making the rustic stars and how to make those, and looking at some of the other decor items that you can actually make with what we've collected today as well. Now don't forget, I do put out these videos regularly, so please do like and subscribe. And make sure you click the button to say that you want to be notified as well. Alright. Okay, so our first project is that we're going to look at making these rustic stars. Now I did have some problems when I first made these, is that the first ones I tried, the sticks were a little bit too short and a little bit too fat. So I made these ones a little bit thinner and a little bit longer. And I did have some problems with weaving the sticks throughout each other, because if you just do the sticks in a row, you do have some issues with them not being quite as stable. So this time I'm going to make them a little bit longer, and hopefully that will solve some of that problem. So it's all very simple, we just decide on the length that we want. And we can still keep some of the little nodules, that's fine, but let's make these around about that length. And it's just a matter of cutting enough to make the stars. They don't have to be perfectly measured exactly the right size. If they've got a little bit of a curvature to them, that might help. Hopefully that will help with some of the weaving that we need to do. Now I have waited 24 hours just for these sticks to dry out a little bit, given that I do live in England and everything is a little bit damp this time of year. So you may find that making sure that they are just a little bit drier is more helpful. Right, so we just need one more. There's a nice edge on that. Okay, so we have our 5 sticks. So we roughly want to be able to make our star shape. Okay, so if we can work out where we're going to put them, make sure that we're going to have a strong star, or we're still able to actually tie them at the same time. This slight curvature to these is going to be quite useful. Now I did find that actually using a little piece of wire little piece of garden wire was helpful in just holding them before I got the twine onto it. So let's just loosely wrap them in wire. Let's get those out of the way so you can see a bit better. Try not to hit the cat. Apologies if you do hear little bells as I'm filming this, as our cat has decided that he wants to be in the video, but just his bell. So this is just loosely just to hold it, so I can pop the wire around, the twine around. And it gives me an idea of whether or not I need to weave these sticks into any other order. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that feels a lot stronger than this other one. That's good. Now you can really use anything you like to tie them. Again, I'm just using what I've got around the house, so I just happen to have a fair bit of the garden twine. So that's what I'm using. So what's that, about 40 centimetre length? It's just a matter of tying them up. You can wrap them. We can take that bit of wire off that one now. You can use as much or as little as you like, weaving all in and out. I think I should have tied that one a little bit longer. Cut that one a bit longer. These are supposed to be rustic anyway. So I might make that a little bit longer for this one. You also may find this easy if you're not in English weather of about 3 degrees and your hands aren't so cold. Take that wire off. I've got a bit more to play with this time, so we can really wrap that round. It's not going anywhere. there you have it. That one is definitely much stronger. So we're just going to cut off the edges here. Now you can obviously just leave these as is, obviously depending on what your decor is like. But mine, since they're going to go into my new spa room, I'm just going to give them a little bit of colour. And also I don't particularly love the green colour of the twine I've used, to be honest. Okay, so there we have it. Little stars for our wall. So for these ones I'm just going to use a grey metallic paint from Wilko's, just to give it a little bit of colour and perhaps take away some of that green that I don't like of the twine.
I was planning on painting these a slightly off-white colour, but I suddenly discovered that I don't have any of that colour that works at the moment. So grey it is. So we'll leave that to dry and we'll do our usual 2 coats. So while we're waiting for that to dry, we can have a look at our next project.
Okay, now for our next project, you might have seen pampas grass growing everywhere, and it's all in all the Instagram photos. But this is what they look like when they're actually just cut off the plant. Now these have been drying for quite some time. These have been drying for a couple of weeks. So I think it's important to also mention how much they do let bits out as they dry. So I'm hoping also that spray painting them will mean that they don't do that to your decor, so you don't end up with it absolutely everywhere. Alright, so we're also going to have a look at spray painting some teasel. As you can see, it's got bits from the pampas grass as well over everything, so it might be a bit fun. So what we're going to do is to cut these to size and to spray paint them to add a little bit of colour to our decor. So I've got this beautiful vase that was given to me. And you can see here, these are just some fake pampas grass pieces that I bought online. So I'm also going to spray paint mine pink to match in with that, and also to spray paint the teasel some gold. So we'll give that a go, see how it looks, and add some more to our decor.
So I want to be able to have these round about the same size. So I'm looking at just cutting this in half. So cutting off quite a bit of the stalk here. Let's get rid of some of these grass bits there as well. Okay. Right, so the colours that I'm going to be doing, we've got a range of different companies here. So I've got the pink metallic one I'm looking at is another Wilco spray paint. Rust-Oleum for the glossy gold, the bright finish gold. And I've also got, this is a new one I haven't tried before, this is a glitter gold spray paint from Lidl's. So obviously there's a massive difference in price between the 3 of these, so we'll give them a go. Right, first of all, let's have a look at our pampas grass. So this one I'm going to do in the metallic pink colour, once I get the lid off. Okay. Just turning this as I go. So it looks like we'll probably have to do quite a few coats on this to get it a vibrant colour. So we don't want it to dampen down either, so we just want to just get the edge of the spray. So we're taking it about 30 centimetres away and just doing a nice light coat, kind of fluffing it as I go to make sure it doesn't stick down. We still want it to look like pampas grass, not a wet cat's tail. So we'll leave that one just to dry for now, and then we can do a second coat on that in just a moment. So let's have a look at our teasel. So let's start off with some of the bright gold. So this isn't a million miles from the colour that they already are. So I thought it would be great to kind of use the glitter as well. Otherwise you may not notice a massive difference to the actual top bits. So you can really see that on the stalks, not so much on the tops. Look at our free pampas grass with this one as well. Okay, let's just leave that one for now, and we'll do a second coat on that, and then we'll do a second coat where I can actually hold on to the stalks as well. So we're going to just wait a while and I can do my second coats. So this is using a bunch of our pine cones that we found in the forest the other day. So just setting up a nice little basket, just with a candle in it. I've got some potpourri that I got at a charity shop, and a candle that I bought as well. I've had that some time. So idea being that we'll just pop the candle in the middle and have all of the potpourri and pine cones around it. Now just for a bit of extra colour, a little bit of glitter on the pine cones, you can obviously spray paint them with any kind of colour that you want. I actually happen to have this glitter hairspray that's just kicking around, so I just thought perhaps I would add some of that, quick shake, to my pine cones, just to give them a little bit of colour. Okay, as you can see, let's just give them a little bit of glitter spray. And it is a lot better than the hairspray, than the normal paint spray, because it's mostly just glitter. Obviously, it has the additional fun of smelling like hairspray. It's just a little bit of colour there. Oh, that's just a bit of fun there. Okay, so we've got our candle, we have our potpourri, we've got the charity shop for £1.75, so that's bargain of the century. This is all very neutral. I'm not entirely sure it's still kept its smell, but that's okay. It now smells like hairspray. Obviously a lot of these are very natural looking as well, so if you can't find any in a price you like, there's also other things you can go out to the woods and collect as well. Well, that's probably enough actually. Let's put some more pine cones in there. And what we're also going to do is, before we put those last few ones in, I've got some lights here as well. So if you don't want to use the candle, or you don't have a real candle, we've just got some little lights here I've just bought online. Just some battery powered lights. Probably won't show up brilliantly outside here, but I will show you at the end with all of the bright colours. So I don't think that's really going to show up out here. That's alright. But then we'll have some lovely bright colours, and we can set that up, and we've got some little decor for our coffee table. Okay, so let's have a look at doing our second coat of our pink. So it's not too bad, and hopefully that will stop it from shedding. So when I shake that, it doesn't look like it's going to shed much, so that's good, that's what we want. So let's do another coat. Oh, that's really good. You can really see that colour picking up now. Get this one out of the way. I'll leave that one to dry, and then I'll probably just do one more coat, and then that should be done. So if we just have a look at our gold one, so that's still not showing up hugely on the edges there, so let's pop some more colour. Sorry, a bit loud. Let's pop some more colour on those teasel ends, just to try and get that really gold pop. I mean, it should pop fairly well with the pink that we're using. Alright, so that's with 2 coats on that one, and we'll leave those to dry, and that should be it for today. So thanks very much for joining me. And here's the finished product. As you can see, I did end up spray painting them white. I just thought it made them look a little bit less sticky, really. And they're just nailed to the wall, and I just love the look they give. But I am totally loving my pampas grass. I'll definitely be doing some more of that in the future. I love the way it looks. Well, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.